they ended up going with the name Sega Sonic, and there's about a number of arcade titles with that Sega Sonic prefix.
You can see both of these runners are coming up to a long ladder section with a whole load of bombs. They're doing a brilliant job at dodging. Oh wait, no they're not. They're just going straight up the third ladder because it is, you know, nice and easy. Why bother shimmying around when you're losing time? You can just do that. These runners bring their times down to under 11 minutes, a fabled minute barrier. Now they have moved on to Wild Waterways, and S2 is about to approach the most unforgiving section, especially if you're just beginning this game. All of the controls that he's doing right now are really, really tight, and it's very, very easy to find yourself in the water, and that will knock quite a lot of health out of you. Also, sharp-eyed amongst us, you will notice that every time one of these runners collects a ring, the character's health bar will go up a little bit. So that's how health sort of works in this game. S2 managing to get through with only one fall into the water. Let's see how Spectre does on the second set.
As you saw there, I actually kind of clipped through the platform and just fell into the water, even though I had pretty much landed on it. So the hitboxes on it are pretty odd. It is definitely one of the harder sections when you're first starting out this game.
Well, actually, having said that, at the moment he's Robotnik, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is.
He was the second man I spoke
Eggman in the game.
Funny how nature does that.
It's very unfortunate that there's a alarm going over this, because in my opinion, this is the best song in the entire game.
Agreed.
But it is covered by a very annoying sound effect, and that is time for me.
GG's for S2. Spectral is coming down to the end of this long sort of stair section, I suppose, and this is what depends on what a good ending is and a bad ending. I will let Spec call for time.
Time.
Multiplayer, actually, if you had that little Game Gear link cable, I'm not sure what they actually called the cable. I'm kind of blanking on that, but if you have 2 copies of this game, you can race a friend. I don't know how easy it is to convince a friend to play Sonic Drift with you. I certainly have had some trouble doing so.
S2, I'm going to join you in a house party, and we'll link up.
Yes, it'll be a very fun time. So
we'll be the cool kids.
Oh yeah, no, that's like #1 party activity. Race your friends in Sonic Drift. So in 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, so we actually don't get that flag screen. I'm sorry, I forgot.
No. Oh, funny tails face.
Yeah,
though.
we do get the funny tails face. Whoever drew the sprites for him gave him a little bit of like a balloon head going on. He's a little bit uncanny. It's quite a funny sprite.
Isn't it? Or is it just straight up Green Hill?
This one is Green Hill.
Yeah, well there we go. Another excuse to call it Green Hill. And this is Yellow Desert, and this is. What is this? This boss is a reference to something, isn't it?
Yeah, this boss is kind of a reference to like maybe Dragon Ball or Journey to the West. Excuse me. We got the cloud. We got the hole there. Very fun little reference, and just goes to show that Sonic could beat Goku in a fight.
That was a quick boss as well.
Yes.
You did quite well with that.
Thank you. Pool of Rings. So. It is pretty nice that you can take damage a couple of times, but you still have to be extremely careful. Now
it's also nice that Dr. Robotnik gave you a platform so you could actually fight that boss.
Yes, very, very kind of him.
Ooh, this jump,
okay,
can you get it?
Can I get it? This jump is very difficult.
Very tight.
I got it, oh my god.
Brilliant.
That one is extremely tight, one of 2 super tight jumps in this run here. And this is where it becomes very crucial to know the level layouts for this game is in Silver Castle. It is certainly important to know where you're going.
I'd like to know what era of architecture this castle was made in, because I mean, when I look at it, I'm not getting the word castle. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, I would be very interested in taking a delve into some Sonic lore to find that one out.
Nice.
Okay, and that's our last signpost in the game. So it's no longer RNG dependent. It now just comes down to me playing the video game.
And we saw our boy Knuckles as well.
Yeah, we did. We got to see Knuckles for all the Knuckles fans out there. So now we are entering the final boss, and I am going to take my favorite thing to talk about in this game. If you look,
Oh no.
if you look to the bottom right of
He's doing it again.
Eggman, you'll see there is a singular pixel that moves with him that is just not supposed to be drawn on that sprite.
No, S2, they're innocents. You can't just be telling people these sorts of
I am
things.
so sorry to ruin this already mediocre game for you, but they left 2 random pixels on the Eggman boss with only
What?
5 of them.
One thing I will say is that, yes, what you're about to see is incredibly cursed, but this game also received a Sega Master System, a very poor port on the Sega Master System, which has even worse special stages, but this is what you get on the Game Gear. So if you're interested, definitely have a look at that on YouTube. But
Yes, this is the special stage. No, it does not get fast. Well, it actually does get faster than this. I'm lying, but not here. Every one of these special stages goes from this slow up until the final one where you're moving so fast you can barely control yourself and must memorize the level layout. And what's really unfortunate about these is you get 1 shot at each one. So, you know, it's not your standard Sonic experience where you miss an emerald and it's fine, you just try it again in the next level. No. These only show up in the second act of each zone and you get 1 shot at them. So this, especially in terms of a speedrun in the best ending category, it's a little bit punishing, but they're also not that difficult. I believe I've already passed the count of rings that I need to finish this one.
And yes, the depth perception is just as bad as it looks.
It really is.
You think that you've registered a ring when sometimes you've just gone straight past it, which yeah, it's beyond Crash Bandicoot levels of perspective.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the special stages for those interested in seeing that.
Likewise, this definitely isn't Chemical Plant. Definitely not.
Definitely
Chemical
not.
Plant. This is, what's it called? What's the name for this stage?
Secret Plant.
Oh, of course.
So we're coming up to the one and only glitch in this game. So there's not much of level wraps or clips or zips like the classic games do, like the Genesis games, but there is a potential path swap we can break. We go over here and we make this jump. You can skip a crucial path swap that makes us phase right through the floor. So we enter to this block area here, make this jump over, and we skip a good portion of the stage by skipping a path swap, and it just removes all the collision of the floor.
Small little tidbit videos, which, yes, they're good fun. I have definitely got to recommend. And if you're on YouTube, come watch us over on Twitch. We love seeing new people, and it's quite fun watching these runs live. I believe Joey is now onto he's actually got to do something now.
This is arrow-based zone, not Wing Forces at all, and also not Death Egg music. Totally original. So this stage is definitely one of the hardest in the game, for sure. So these platforms, and another set of platforms later, they are not screen-based, they are not, that's a really tight jump to get, I'm glad I got that. They are not screen-based or global cycle, they are power-on cycles. So based on the time you enter this level from relative to when you start, the game, determines what the cycles will be. So you can play perfectly, like in every run, but the platforms could be in different positions based on how fast you even get here, like from the whole run, which can throw you off tremendously. So there's a set of platforms coming up that I want to make sure it's currently there and it is not going to go away. So I can make a clean cycle. I just barely missed it. That's unfortunate. So this is the worst result. So these platforms here, you just have to wait out for 3 cycles of these so you can make this jump up here and come over. That's a little unfortunate, but so essentially, like if I got into arrow base maybe like 2 seconds earlier, that cycle would have been great. Game options,
Also,
here's little things.
If
here.
you go to time trial, just pause on the time trial sort of screen beforehand, because we've seen a cursed sprite earlier on in this game. No, not this game. We saw it in Sonic Blast. But this has I believe it's in time trial.
Yeah, it is. So so if you go to time trial, you get two options. You can like go to time trial, do your stage, and do another variant of time trial where you have to collect 50 rings as you go. But I think that the devs just made a little mistake. I think if I click time trial, if you look at this sprite over here where I'm highlighting, you may be seeing something's off here.
It's horrible.
Sonic forgot his pants, and they just didn't bother to make it blue. So he's just rocking it out. No pants or nothing. It's frightening to say the least. But yeah, that's where that is. But yeah, I mean, despite this cursed image, time trial's cool.